This video is going to walk you through some basic Excel graphing. The first thing I'm going to do is access the class data. I will go ahead and copy this data table and paste it into a blank Excel file. Now I'm going to add my group control and my group experimental. For this video, I will be group 106. So here's group 106, their first change measurement for their control. I'm just going to copy that and paste it there. Their next change measurement, copy, paste, copy, paste. Now let's go over to their experimental, which was light. Okay, so here is your data table. In order to create a graph, I can highlight the entire data table. I can click Insert. I want a line chart, and I want there to be points where the actual data points are. Now, what we want on the x-axis is not all of the different experimental conditions. We want time on the x-axis. So I can click on the graph and I can click Switch Row Column and get time or days on my x-axis. One of the first things I do is I move the x-axis to the bottom. I don't know why the default location for the x-axis is on the top, but to move it to the bottom, I'm going to right-click on that x-axis and click Format Axis. In my Excel version, what I'm looking for is label position. Instead of next to the axis, I want it low. That looks better. Let's make this graph a little bit larger. Don't forget to add titles to your y-axis. An x-axis title isn't necessary because we've got our days clearly labeled. I can click on the chart, and under Design I can click Add Chart Element, Axis Titles, Primary Vertical, and I can put my title in here. Also, don't forget to give your chart an appropriate title. Now let's take just the group data, so I'm going to highlight this row and I'm going to insert again a line graph with markers. I'm going to right click on that x-axis, Format Axis, Labels, Label Position, Low. I'm going to add a y-axis title. Let's blow it up a little bit. Now to add lines, I'm going to right click over here in the corner. I'm going to click Select Data, and I'm just going to add lines. So on the left hand side where it says Legend Entries, I'm going to add. The series name is just this cell right here, Group E. The series values is, I'm going to delete that and highlight these cells and click OK. Now I'm going to add the class control, and I'm also going to add the class light. So you can see here that the graphs are identical except for the fact that this one is a little bit easier to tell how your group data specifically compares to the class data. Oh, there's a couple other things I need to do. First, let's change what this x-axis is saying. To do that, I'm going to right-click again and click Select Data. And my horizontal axis labels, I don't want them to say 1, 2, 3. I want to edit that and make them say day 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then finally, let's give our graph a title. Add chart element, chart title above the chart. Remember that you can use the snipping tool, or if you're using a Mac, you'll need to Google what keys you should press on your keyboard. But the Mac has a snipping tool feature as well. You can use the snipping tool to create a picture of this graph, and then you can just copy and paste this picture into your Google Doc file.